Mendez, the most harmless man of all time in New York City. And I'm just documenting the fact that they're, one, building scaffolding. This is king scaffolding. My highest grade is 93 out of 100. I still need like the seven spirits of God. That's the Chrysler building. These are the great people at ladder 21. There seems to be a minor thing. It's not a major emergency response vehicle type of day. They're just enjoying the day. You know, beautiful. No terrorists. It's just, hey, let's get some donuts. If it's a really big one, they set up the table. Pause. Good, good. See, if they had a big one, they set up an entire table with donuts. But it's just a little one, you know? Learn to cherish even the little ones, you know? Like 100 pennies adds up to $1. That's something the Jews taught me, you know? So this is just like a minute thing. Now is basically the other ladder, whatever, 155. And then, like again, if for all your scaffolding needs, that's the Kings. They look military to me, man. It's how they stand. Even sometimes it's like, oh, we're not military, and oops, very precise. I'll tell you. You have to be an enthusiast of military. It's like, oh, they're professionals acting like amateurs. Bullshit, man. You fool all the others, but not me. You know, you gotta be like harmless. Like, so we're just doing this. Oh no, we need three guys. One of these guys would be like, boom. You know? So I'm excited. I asked the fire department, are we gonna see axes today or something? Because they're really good at close quarters combat against fire. Here is more impact and momentum. You can hear it like, bah, 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 bah. It's the great I am, impact and momentum. They don't tell you that in the Bible. I asked for an Uber Rothschild and immediately they set to work. Well, how do we turbocharge a building? And like Nathaniel Jacob Rothschild, as the dead goes, is like, yeah, I remember when this all began. You're going to see the most trained security professional of all time. I'm not going to show his face because that's rude, but you're going to see his back. Okay, so, you know, this is back. That way, anonymity and privacy is kept. But you can see him, like, you know, do that. That guy would turn away. Maxine Waters is like, get to stepping. You know? And then I'm Asian, right? So why am I talking black? I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. Some Jew broad was making eyes at me, and I'm married. I was like, excuse me. Don't you know what I could do to your vagina? I would make you scream. Please stay away. I just take some coke. It's like, this is for work. So anyway, this is like where it all began. Later in my live streams, you're going to see an entire platform here. And Merritt, that's the street lamp, will be like, you know, more harassed. That's Albert Arnold Gore III, AG3 on Instagram. You can hit him up and ask him to do climate change tours and all that. You know, he can make all these people angry at me. Believe me. Believe me. That's how powerful Merritt is. Hi, pal. Say hi to all the fans. And he's just normally a street lamp. You get to hear all sorts of British accents too. You know, Filipino British. Marunong akong mag-Tagalog. Alam niyong lahat na kailangan ang reyna at hari natin. Nah. You see the rainbow right there? You see that? Even my older brother is like, wing rainbow. Nice. You know, isn't that cool? I can craft a rainbow on demand. Anyway, for all you kids, apparently, like, you know, somebody was bummed out. And then I'm bummed out. My stomach thing is, there's something called bulate, you know, which is like an intestinal parasite. But I'm Catholic, so it's Catholic. And I realize it's repenting now that it did something wrong. And, you know, I'm hoping my older brother is beating the shit out of it because he has an intestinal parasite too. And for that to leave his belly and fuck me up, This one will learn, you know? Like this, that's not nice. The best part is you all don't believe me, you know? Boing, boing, boing. I will believe those. I can say something so sexist because I defend this country, you know? I dare all of you to just say boing, boing, boing. You know, I can say boing, boing, boing because this is America. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, boing, boing is my message. You know, ma'am. As long as you're in good with the Queen Mothers. It's like I like it when you say boing, boing, boing. I say boing, boing, boing to all people. Boing, boing, boing. You know, that's a hammer sound. Boing, boing, boing. It just so happens that some are boing, boing, boing. Yep. Very, very, you know. Just like Henry Cavill. Do you all know what this sound is? It's the sound of applause. And the girl is blushes. Yeah. Yeah. And if that's my line, it's like, say the line, Bart. Boing, boing, boing. Where's all my money? You know? They make me say all sorts of crazy shit. Like, I love postering. Wow. Yes. Good job. I like it. Asians with no bra. That shit's nice. You know what I mean? Like sexism all day. From the five boroughs to the world. For the world. You know? Being a sexist is not worse than being a fascist. And I'll tell you why. As a fascist, you can experiment. Is this good? You know, communists? And then you fight. Is this sexist enough? Not by a long shot. Hello, Kara. Today we're gonna practice English. Boing, boing, boing. Now you gotta say this English word very well. Boing, boing, boing. You don't want to look stupid before all your friends or your like loved one or something. So you don't know how to say boing, boing, boing. And there's somebody who looks like Gavin McInnes, but actually more socially cool. You know. I would love to see all the Proud Boys here. You know what a weird thing to say, right? His fashion style is elevated. I'll show you the back of this guy. He has nice shoes. If you don't know who Gavin McInnes is, you're way under information. The worst thing in this world is to be low information. Now you'll get to see the backs of people because I honor all their privacy. You want to see my front? That's up to you. I'm hoping this is Alec Baldwin. Hey Alec, I saw you on the street the other day. This is America, and then I didn't want to bother you because you already took a picture with a fan. You shared a cab, and I'm hearing you're having all these problems with your wife. She's bullying you. Me too, pal. Me too. You know, we don't know each other. I talked to David Sebastian. It's like, you know, you're on a different level. You've hosted Saturday Night Live about far less than a trillion times, but still a lot of times. So you can see, you know, that's the back. I maintain privacy. This is a very safe corner, actually. My father, I do this so that my father can have all these lunch dates and not worry about bombs or like landmines or assassins or ninjas or pirates or Godzilla. I just pray real hard. And so far, I've been observing this scaffolding. Not a single accident at all in this accident-prone universe. That's because they're professional. I gave them 93 out of 100 because I really 100 out of 100 means 1, and you only get 1%. This sucks. Now some will say 93 out of 100 is less than 1%, but you get more numbers. Better two numbers than one, because one number plus one number equals two numbers, and then you do 99 point whatever. You can say something. I unbanned Raptor Johnny and Next Stone, but not you know who. And here I procrastinate. Unfortunately, there's no other word stronger like procrastifil or something. Because it's like, oh, that's a made-up word. Ooh, if you're looking to find accidents, you know, it's almost, but not quite. These are highly trained riggers. They're a rig thing. It sounds like another word. You'd rather be a rigger than anything else, you know? And it's mostly, I think, Middle Eastern, South American. Maybe Central American. So at first you establish the shot. I'm recording myself. When suddenly something cool happens, you have to flip the camera. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, yeah. Here you go, brother. Don't worry. Enjoy. Like if somebody's hungry, I give you all the food. However, they poison me. So if you're brave enough to eat my food, hey, unless you're Alec Baldwin or higher, and believe me, only Alec Baldwin and all the current stars actually showed up. Like I was doing transcription for the consul general of the Philippines, and it's like he says, "Let's pretend I'm the Pope," and I call a meeting, and a few of you don't show up. I gotta cut off pinkies because I'm the Pope, I'm the Emperor. So when I did a clarion call for all, even though he looked very, very tired and reluctant, Alec Baldwin showed up. And he was like, I had to ride a cab with another bunch of people. Free Palestine. And he's like, I just want to get home. Never have I ever felt more for a Hollywood celebrity. He's done all things properly. He killed a girl or something. She probably deserved it. Let's say after hosting SNL twice, you kind of get the hang of it. I think he's in his high 20s or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is the hope. Maybe you're his agent or his nephew or niece. Get word to Alec Baldwin. Really a national treasure. And I don't mind, And to prove it, this is him or you. I tried to make this look very good, Mr. Baldwin. You know? I wanted to show the world that you are very disdainful of everything in all this world because you've endured so much. You have the chops to prove it, and every wrinkle is earned. Not even a wrinkle. I call them chasms. Look at that. It's like it's the same emotion that you're pouring out like a bottle of wine on a midget. Hey, midget, get out of the way. And I'm the midget. You see that? Anyway, I'm not really good at graphic design. My father does it better. I'd rather feed people than birds. And if I'm flattering you, hey, I hope. Now, you can pretend that you're a 2-year-old child or 5 or 18. Doesn't matter. This is called second chance. So I really hope, I played Quake all them years ago, and I pretended like an idiot to be Robin Williams. And somebody believed it. It's like, I don't care if you are Robin Williams or not. I want you to tell him, to thank him for all the laughter he brought. He's misunderstood this and that. Your greatest role was in Beetlejuice. That's my assertion in all this. If you're like facing God or the devil, I'll tell him, listen, this is the guy who did, I forgot the name already. You probably know. If you're his wife, like lay off, Like you're done talking. I'll tell you now. I'm an external thing. I'm an uncle. My name is Nate Mendez. Social security number XXX XXX. If humiliating your husband in public does not make you a better wife, it makes you a dumb bitch. Maybe all these people are scared to talk to you like this. I'm not. I want to die. Please kill me. Alec Baldwin's wife. In Ireland, you should be defending your dad. So that you push your mom and then your dad hugs you. It's like, that's my little girl. Your mom has defenders. She has ex-boyfriends, this and that. And I miss my mom. But if my mom ever intentionally tried to humiliate my dad, I'd be like, I wouldn't push my mom. I'd just like, Ma, somebody gonna push you. Publicly. This is mostly for Ireland Baldwin. And Ireland is a 7-letter name. I've talked with a few Scottish people. In fact, for this, I'm gonna just inflict something I heard. It's a Scottish boy, or a British boy, 15 years old, woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, did all the chores, went for a bike ride, and he's trying to figure out why YouTube destroyed all his dreams. Probably the girl he's gonna marry owns YouTube. Okay? So you're gonna sit here and enjoy all this. Okay, so I wrote there in the chat for Alec Baldwin, perhaps the greatest actor of all time. I don't get to make the rules who is or who isn't. For me personally, and I've talked to a bunch of actors, mostly females. And once you get enough female support, you can stand up for yourself. I want you to stand up for this kid.
I started this new thing that I'm decided to do, I'm going to
Coffee is for closers.
start
I'm
working
closing
out,
all this shit.
make videos about that in my room,
If you
and
are unmoved, you're a fucking psychopath.
from 6 to
But if you
no,
are
from
somehow
6.
affected, come back to the light.
I'm starting 6 in the morning, and then once I'm done with that, I just relax, and
For all I
then
know, this is
from
Scott,
today
the
I'm gonna go
15-year-old
on a
Scottish
bike
guy.
ride, maybe
Foreign
an hour
man,
long,
there's a line.
maybe, I'm not sure.
That's got
But
enough
yeah, I'm
approval
trying to
that
enjoy
it's,
my
yeah,
day.
that's kind of Scottish.
I'll make videos with my progress.
Some people think you're British.
Since I
I
got
hear
banned from
the
live
gravelly.
streaming because someone
Yeah,
thought it was smart.
YouTube
And if
destroyed all
YouTube
my
end up
dreams.
seeing this video, then I hope that YouTube see. Just know I was born 2010.
You were born
The
different.
15th
So
of
what?
July, I'm turning
You're
15
born
this
difficult.
year.
Hubba hubba.
So I don't know why I got
Why would you
my
wear all
dream
that
got broken
exposing?
by YouTube.
You know? Hubba hubba
Because I
too.
can't do live streams
I'm
anymore.
equal opportunity
And
with my hubba hubba.
yeah,
You
I
know
have
you look
no way
good,
to
hubba
prove
hubba.
it just because I'm using a Google account when I was 13 years old. I started YouTube when I was 13.
Amazing.
So,
Amazing work.
yeah,
You look like you're
it's just, I don't know what's going on in this life.
you know, you get a bunch of professionals and say, we'll pay you triple if you act stupid. Okay. Free money. How stupid do you want to be? Like 100 trillion times more stupid. No problem. Oops, I forgot how to use a wrench. That's so easy. I don't know how to use an angle grinder or even a YouTube. Durr. Why I do it all wrong? Why do I make more shorts and lives than videos? I don't know. Felt like it. But when I hear this kid who did it right and he got punished anyway, then I get mad. The kid did it all right. He wakes up at 8. Like I have somebody like that kid here, young. He's doing it all right. With my thing, he's doing well. But this guy, this kid, he doesn't have support of his family or friends at all. And that's why I need Alec Baldwin to do it. Only he can do a Make-A-Wish. But if he declines it, that's good. We'll make it no decline. How Alec Baldwin turned down ruling all of this universe. This is going to be the most momentous, legendary epic. You walked away from 6 million fans? I have my principles. Coffee is for closers. Always be Catholic. Even in 30 Rock, he said, I'm Catholic. We do get guilt. You know, and then he yells at Liz Lemon. Lemon, you put all your money in checkings. What are you, retarded? Hi. Hey, Seaman. So I'm pretending the other silent person in chat is Alec Baldwin. And, you know. You're always running off somewhere. Vice. Yeah, I'll take a Vice. Vice Mendez. Because I've always been Vice to my dad. He's the Mendez. I'm just Vice. So anyway, I saw Alec Baldwin coming out of a cab and I was like, Alec, that's what all you do. And he's so angry because his wife bullies him all the time. But I tried to use all my graphic design skills to make him look like morose, yet determined to succeed. How'd I do? I want you to give me like an 8 out of 100 grade so I get motivated, you know? I want a blade master to do that. It's like, we are squaring. We are fight. You think you're the master, I am the blade master. And I'd be like, please don't hurt me. Funnier that way. Flex on me. Man, I gave you mod. Sell it. You are nothing, Nate Mendez. You are pathetic, pitiful, obnoxious, irritating. Efforts at graphic design are memorably failure. Something like that, you know? I can't do all the work. Like Alec Baldwin right now is just doing, I'm not impressed. Kind of like Bobby De Niro. But he has the height to pull it off. Where is it? Do you want me to demod you in front of Alec Baldwin? We have guests, Blade Master. Imagine him doing all the come down riffs. I don't even care, bro. A lot of people want to see like somebody die on screen. I'm making sure they don't. Even if they're professional military, it's like, nah, a slow blade is deadly. It menaces and brandishes. See, if you're such a good blade master, even this is a thing. You just like, do you see my blade? And you blind them with the light. I'm a slow typer. You cannot make me type faster. Wouldn't think of it. I procrastinate so much they named the word after me. Procrastinate. You're Danish? How's Denmark? Okay, I want you to detonate all the nukes in Denmark. And 1, 2, 3, go. Boom! And I put all the universe back together. Ain't I so powerful? You just did that, Blade Master. Thank you. And since you're here, it's like a community service. Why do I have to be here? Because you need rehab, Mr. Baldwin. Imagine letting
I started this new thing that I decided to do. I'm going to start working out to make videos about that in my room. And from 6 to no, from 6 I'm starting 6 in the morning, and then once I'm done with that I just relax, and then from today I'm gonna go on a bike ride for maybe an hour long, maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, trying to enjoy my day. I'll make videos of my progress. Since I got banned from live stream because someone thought it was smart, and if YouTube end up seeing this video, that I hope that YouTube see, just I was born 2010, the 15th of July, I'm turning 15 this year, so I don't know why my dream got broken by YouTube, because I can't do live streams anymore, and yeah, I have no way to prove it just because I'm using a Google account when I was 13 years old. I started YouTube when I was 13. So, yeah. It's just, I don't know what's going on in this life.
You know how all those people are leaning tower pizza? I'm pushing an entire building. I'm so strong. Stretchy pants, lay day. You have a special privilege, Blade Master. Since your dad died, your best friend died. I guess you can write one episode of SNL. Okay, I'm gonna deliver it like this is a dress rehearsal on the street. Somebody pitching to Lorne or Keenan. It's like I have this all new sketch about a guy who does woodwalks and has a doggy. Hear me out, and I'll do it as John Lovitz. I can't really do Alec Baldwin because you'd have to be really pissed at everything. Only my wife can do that. She does a very good Alec Baldwin. I can do the annoying wife of Alec Baldwin. Excuse me, I'm not done talking. All you have to do is shut the fuck up. Big time celebrity. Go make more money for me. Like that. I could do that. I could not do excuse me, I killed a woman with a gun. I can get more of you. I can't really do that. I don't have the anger and the wrath of Alec Baldwin. Coffee is for closers. Beetlejuice is on the loose. And then he did more when he was young. I couldn't say I'm the greatest Alec Baldwin fan of all time. There's so many. I'm just saying his wife, though, I could do. I'm not done talking. Do you hear me? I'm a woman. And all women are precious. Now shut the fuck up. like that. You know, that's crazy. That's a stretch for me. Boing, boing, boing. If you want to holler and harass people, boing, boing, boing is good. You know, nice tits is just too committed. Boing, boing, boing is like that. What are you talking about? Well, they're doing a scaffolding and I'm hearing noises. It goes boing, boing, boing. Thank you for the like, whoever did that. I don't know. Keeping Alec Baldwin speechless. That's a like. I can't wait to brag to my mom. Like, mom, Alec Baldwin is the special prosecutor, and like all people, he saw my side. He switched to the defense. First, he attacks me. Now, all he does is attack for me. You brought me to this, and he's making sense. Start slapping people. He's too busy to type because he's slapping the shit out of his assistant. He's just, I can imagine Alec Baldwin doing this, right? Oh, so I'm in rehab. Come here. Slap, 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 slap. The next time you bring me to some worthless kid's chat, I will break your neck with your neck. Even though it doesn't make sense, that's Alec Baldwin. That's my best attempt at an angry Alec Baldwin. It's like, I'm going to take your dick and break your dick. How? Something like that. Or like Daniel Day-Lewis. If I had a milkshake and you had a milkshake, I would drink your milkshake. So as a blade master, you gotta be like that, you know? In fact, like Mavis gave me a hint, if you want to talk to your dad and your best friend, just find a couple balloons, blow them up, draw a smiley face. Dad, here's all the stuff I wanted to tell you. And he won't talk back. Your best friend won't either. And then after you're done talking, like in real life, you're always trying to one-up each other. There, they're forced to listen to you, and then you let it go to the sky. Wherever it ends up, it might inspire somebody. Same thing applies, like for Benjamin Seaman, Alec Baldwin, it's all the same to me. What is good advice for one should be good advice for all. You know? There's a lot of like healthy, able-bodied, and then there's those who are just limping along, but they've earned the right to enjoy all parts of their life in safety and security. I guarantee that if you go to this corner, you won't be run over by a bus. And this is video proof of that. Okay? So part of it, since I guarantee it, sometimes I can say boing, boing, boing. I'm just practicing my words. Boing, boing, boing. You hear all the clattering? As a blade masher, can you carry a scaffolding? These guys are manhandling about 70, 80 pounds of scaffolding. Able to withstand some, if not all, rains. Anyway, again, all due respect, you could do better, Mr. Baldwin. Because, you know, one of my middle names is kind of like you. And there's this thing called the belt track, you know? Basically, when you're lining up in Dunkin' Donuts, it delineates the thing. You were harassed earlier, I think, by some large black woman. Alec Baldwin, Alec Baldwin. And all you said was, call the police. That's the only line that maybe I can do. You know, that's the only line in all your catalog that call the police. Because I often want to, but I'm not sure if they can handle my case. If you are like from a police family, you're the only police I can call. And if it turns out you're an enemy of Alec Baldwin, hello, make sure before you attack him, he's like, Nate says hi. Nate Mendez, that's me. I hope you all remember. Nate Mendez. Hubba hubba. Hubba hubba. Hubba hubba. It's just like, I'm very hubba hubba, you know? Women are very competitive. Wives are not dime a dozen. Girls are. Ladies are. Your wife either makes you insanely uncomfortable. You couldn't imagine her harassing another man. Then you know, you confirm, you're bad. You chose this life. Okay? All I need to hear is like no denied from Alec Baldwin. You know, if he can't do it, who the fuck will? Me? Gotta be nuts. He should run for president. I'd vote for him. He's the greatest liptard of all time, too. But even then, if I'm a conservative Republican, you guys hired Baldwin? Well, fuck. Shake hands first. It's been my dream to shake hands with Alec Baldwin. You know, he wouldn't offer your hand or shake your hand unless he saw his appear. The closest I ever got. See how he's manipulating the winds? He's very good at wind stuff. I didn't know. He's a wind walker. Holy shit! Oh my goodness. Alec Baldwin did this. Oh my god. Can you do it again? I'll tell you. What he did was he went from here to here. You know how hard that is? I don't know if he can do it again. Let's see if he can. You know? Only my son, Anthony Starr, is that efficient with the winds. He took my hat and returned it to me. And, he's trying. It's a very hard trick. You can do it, Mr. Baldwin. I believe in you. You can do it. Close. I wish I had the film. I'm going to have to ask the NSA to do it. It's like when you do a perfect thing and then it's like, it's not working. Yeah, I know. You see that? Almost. Don't take that as kneeling. Like if I saw Mr. Baldwin fall down and prostrate, it's like, listen, I'm going to do that again, but better. Because he's awesome, you know? Even as a director, like, can you do that? It's just a moment of genius. It comes and goes. I was so personally impressed, like, to even imagine. He was auditioning. It's like, that kid is, no, there's no hope. But you I can fix. And I'd be like, well, shucks, I'm keeping a close eye on this. Rita Brown, like, he could be seen holding a Dunkin' Donuts. Where's that trick, That's what Blade Master is all about. Anyway, part of the failure is hiding all the evidence. Hey, JK. So you want to see Alec Baldwin? Yeah, he's doing this trick where he's using the wind. Like he did it before. He went from here to here. You don't know how impossible that is. I saw it with my own fucking eyes. That's Alec Baldwin. Come on, Mr. Baldwin. The daylight's burning. All we need to do is get this shot in the can. He's trying really hard. And you quit. There's no quitting in Beetlejuice. There's no quitting in baseball. I'm going to get Tom Hanks in. Sometimes Mr. Baldwin's tired because he's old. So you're like, we'll do frequent breaks. And there he goes again. It's a lot harder to fall, to go up. But, if you see an old man like him, you give him a hand up. Mr. Baldwin, again, we pay you by the hour. You don't show a flash genius and then refuse. Okay, JK, Seaman, if you can, help Mr. Baldwin. We're filming The Bust Nouveau, starring Alec Baldwin as Nathaniel Mendez. He's trying real hard to do it. In the name of Jesus, come on. Summon all the winds. And, yeah, with old people, you gotta be mindful of all their limitations. I guess I'll just burn him, I do have a lighter. Oh, he's trying now. I mean, souls do get burned, Mr. Baldwin. It's a second chance. Achieve heaven or burn in hell. He's trying. I can attest. You can do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna roll. Okay, stand up. All you gotta do is stand up. Come on, Mr. Baldwin. I helped you twice already. This guy hosted SNL far less than 1 trillion times, but still a lot, like over in the high 20s. Come on, Mr. Baldwin. This is very hard to do. Very hard. Okay, so I'm going to do a poll. Should I burn Alec Baldwin's soul for all his impudence? And, I'm literally Satan. I gave him all the chances, too. Your life is in the hands of J.K. and Benjamin Seaman. People you don't know. I personally attest that your life is worth saving. However, if they're in a bad mood and all this, and they want to see a celebrity burn, oh, I'm sorry. Come on, Mr. Baldwin. I paid good tax dollars to see you repeat a trick. He hit me. Okay. Okay. Here. Instead of burning him, I'm gonna hug him. There you go. Like a son. You tried, buddy. I'm gonna bring you to my office. We're gonna have lunch together. Sometimes, all these big shots, they break down. You're mean like my daddy. Yep. You should see my daddy. He's a really good actor, believe me. When given the choice, following you or hitting you, he went for the good choice. Like, he clocked me as a paper bag. Hey, Bruce. You're the tiebreaker. You're actually. Remember, I did some stuff for you. If you said yes, I'd have to burn Alec Baldwin's soul. But he's a nice guy. Did I tell you? I'm so proud of being like within 200 feet of him. Like the restraining order was lifted. You see that? I tried to paint the thing. Hi, Bruce. All of you left. Two. Hmm. He tried, He really tried. I like him a lot. That's why I gave him a choice. Yeah, nice. When Bruce does it. So you really like him too? Like, I thought you guys hated him for killing a girl or something. Me, it's all the same to me. If you're a good actor, I need you for my biography and stuff. Bio of his space time. I'm a huge Piers Anthony fan. But I'm also, a fan of John M. Ayel. I think he could pull off a very good John Delar. Hey, this is his wife. It looks like, a loving wife and mom. You see that? See, I'm like the greatest couples therapist of all time. Like, if you can see the lady, she's having a happy baby. See that? That's Alex Baldwin's wife. With baby Ireland. Just like when you play WoW, and it's like, I'll be a gnome. The exact opposite of who I am. I feel small. Looks like these two are gonna make it. They'll publicly argue like they used to be, but in private, oh boy, they're gonna be all smooches. We fooled them. Looks like you're worthy of me. That's what I like about Alec Baldwin, man. He did with Gina Davis, with Tina Fey, and he just works well with others. Even me. Here I am threatening to burn his soul, and it's like I discovered, somebody fainted. Fire department. You got to do the strong option and then be nice. Bruce had the tiebreaker too. A vote from Bruce means instant burn. And he's like, nope, I'm not going to participate in this. It's the guilt thing, white guilt. There you go. That's a protected boyfriend. Hubba though. Lucky girl. So, it's been 40 minutes. I'm delaying. I came in late to work because I like to procrastinate all the time. All right, and let's assume you're an all-new viewer. Should I burn Alec Baldwin's soul for all sorts of impudence or something like that? You can vote. Yes or no. Usually, there's 2 no's and 0 yeses. And if Alec Baldwin said yes, what could I do to resist him, right? It's just like Puffy saying, I did it all. What are you going to do to me? This. As a deterrent to all the others. But he'll be remembered. Oh boy. I wouldn't burn Mr. Alec Baldwin's soul until I introduced him to all of the people at Fiesta in America. So this is the guy whose soul I was going to burn, and he wanted this. Shake his hand before he goes, Like, even my mom. That way he can meet my mom and shake. I'm Alec Baldwin. I'm sorry. I was too busy to attend all the Fiesta and American events, but I'm here. That's what procrastination is all about. You don't see my mom saying, "Stop it," or maybe she did, and it's like the battery ran out. But I also have an extra backup battery. I'm dealing with like two moms, two or more. Like I feel like I have a trillion moms, and they're all angry at me. And I was like, thank God my birth mother taught all these fake mothers how to be angry, you know. But I'm gonna research Alec Baldwin's wife. Turns out they're gonna make it. Turns out there's a real kernel of love there. And from all that fighting, it's like I wouldn't dream about fighting any other woman other than you, which is a nice thing for a woman to hear. Let me tell you about that. In return, I'll take care of all your children the right way this time. You can speak. You know? I'm just gonna laugh that, Seaman thought it was Herb talking. And if you're my fan, Scott, it'll all turn out. What they did to you, they did to me. It's like read your Jesus, read your Bible. You know? If they call the master of the house evil, your servant, you'll be called evil. Learn to live with it. Evil is just, like equal. You can be equal to Jesus. You just have to be courageous. I'm not courageous. I'm the greatest coward of all time, Very cowardly. I have to do things like this to make sure my connection with God is complete. Otherwise, if I slack for a second, it's like a trigger switch. The battery stops charging. Very simple demonstration. As you can see, I had Mr. Alec Baldwin safely in my green bag. You could do Peter Pan or whatever. Hey, free people. Do you guys know the name of Alec Baldwin's wife? I mean, I want to address her as Mrs. Baldwin, but she has a maiden name and all that shit. Illegitimately non corporando. That means it's like tyrants are not valid or something. Hey, boss. Thanks for all you do. Thank you for all you do. I like to salute people. Yeah, pretty much. Tell that to Scott. Scott's really having a bad day. 15 years old, Scottish. Named Scott. Nose like a big... Yeah, pretty much. Like all high schools. Now, so that Mr. Baldwin's soul burns better, I have something that's this. It's coconut oil a whole bunch since he's a very high profile celebrity. This increases the chance that he'll burn. Again, you can all vote. I don't mind. If he demands it, then he gets it. So I have my chopsticks. That's him. So it looks tarnished. All your sins are forgiven, Mr. God. Go and do your sin. Whether you choose the rank of Archbishop or anything else, I will back you. Put him right before Mr. Trump because, he does a very good impression. Small hands. looks like Mr. Baldwin's soul is safe for now. But if something happens to me, they're gonna gather all my stuff, my garbage, and put it in the landfill. Well, I'll burn forever in fire and brimstone. Yeah. Hand sanitizer is also an accelerant. I'm gonna sanitize him. From now on, he can do no wrong. If only, like, let's say Natalie Portman or all these other people. He lives in New York, near the village. I think I'm gonna end this. Okay. I'm gonna end it all, guys. Last known transmission of Nate Mendez. It's been a pleasure being your moron for all of this. It's a good day to die.